I'm an elf, like Dreamer, and my class. Billy, can you remind me of my class? Right there.
You are a monk.
I'm in a monk. Yes, I'm a monk. So, that is who I am.
Very nice. Well, the other two PCs are the same, so Will, you are up.
My name is Sister Yuvine. I am a nun and a warlock. I'm a variant human.
Very nice. We do love to hear it. Cool. Um, well, I'm gonna change the ambiance here, real quick, for something a little bit more appropriate. Oh,
Ambience.
ambience. Exactly. Cool. It's a good start. All right. Um. Well, it has been 2 weeks since our party disappeared after heading to Cragmaw Castle. There's been talks of the party going missing. TimBukTu and Sister Yuvine, you would know that there's been many talks about the party going missing, but unfortunately, the situation in Phandalin has grown much worse. Word has reached you and your party, led by Sildar, that Phandalin has basically been overrun now by the Red Brands. Much of the town has kind of fallen to them. Not much is left in terms of villagers, and those that did stay have pretty much shuttered their stores and closed down what remained. Rumors have spread that you guys are actually supposed to be a part of a detachment from the Lord's Alliance. This was a group that originally sent Sildar to handle the situation in Phandalin, to which obviously has not been very successful after the party that you guys know, is now missing. You are headed to intercept a detachment of orcs that were spotted heading down the Triboar Trail, and with you is a detachment of several mercenaries and Sildar, as I mentioned before, appearing much more ragged than all of us last saw him. Any questions, TimBukTu and Sister Yumine, about your position, why you're there, what the goal is here?
We're handling orcs on the Tribor Trail. Correct.
Yes, you are sent because there was a sighting of a large group of orcs heading down Tribor Trail that Sildar is leading you to.
How many people are in this detachment?
There's a good 10 of you total. Basically, it's Sildar, you two, and a handful of other mercenaries that appear to have been probably bought by Sildar himself.
Bought by him himself.
Yes.
Interesting.
And Sister Yuvine, you would know that your fellow sister actually had sent word to you, and that is why you're joining the group. TimBukTu, you actually are accompanying Sister Yuvine from the conclave where she came from.
Nice. What is the Lord's Alliance?
From what you know of, the Lords of Alliance is a secret group of lords that resides to give peace to the land. And in this particular circumstance, you do know that Sildar is a part of that alliance.
So, what's our relation to the missing party? We're just trying to find some orcs, and that might be related to the party going missing?
Correct. All you know is that there is a detachment of orcs that you are being sent to approach. And I'll get to that in a second.
But we're not like trying to save the party or anything. We're just like, we know there's a party missing.
You know there's a party missing. It's assumed that they're dead.
Okay. Spooky. Stoked. Do I know TimBukTu?
You
Loosely.
would have run into each other, maybe, perhaps in the Enclave multiple times, but you aren't close friends, not necessarily. You would know that there is a group of monks that have been trained that go along with your order, but you're not sure to what extent they exist or why they're there.
Okay. Interesting. Glad I'm asking all these questions.
Was it created by the Sildar person?
Yes, you were actually sent by your Enclave to protect Sister Yuvine.
Ah, protect.
Do I know that?
You do not. You just know that that this person was sent along with you from your Enclave.
Okay. Let me tell my mom to stop strumming the guitar. It's Cammy, my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Experiencing a romantic entanglement.
Wait, there's a finale.
It's not all on their end. Hold on.
Oh God.
How about now? Thanks, Mom.
It's my debut.
Bard. Variant human bard.
Variant human bard.
Thank you, Mom.
Love it. Awesome. Cool. Olivia, Rhogar, unless you guys have any additional questions. TimBukTu, Sister Yuvine.
The party's been missing for like a week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, geez.
But it's only been reported for a week.
Okay. And when was the last time? Where did I come from prior to this? Was I in the Enclave or was I with Sister Gariel?
You would have traveled to Neverwinter first, because that's where your party's coming from.
Okay.
And Neverwinter is actually where Sister Gariel was last. She fled Phandalin.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Do I like Neverwinter? Do we like Neverwinter? Is it a harsh place or is... I don't know.
I will say, with the troubles that have started to become the area, even the high road is now being affected by whatever this thing is happening. You will know that there's talk of what is called the Black Spider, and that it has whatever the symbol of the Black Spider has become something that's feared even on the high road, which was supposed to be a protected road from Neverwinter, and now is actually having issues as well.
Wow, I'm glad I've asked all these questions. I understand so much more now.
Anything else?
I mean, I'm sorry, Billy. It probably would have helped if I had met with you earlier. What's my relationship to Sister Gariel?
You
Beyond
guys...
just like studying together and like being colleagues of nunhood.
Yes. Naturally, you would have probably been close friends, actually, at the Enclave. You guys were pretty close. That's why she wrote to you specifically instead of writing to the head mistress at your Enclave.
Sick. Nasty. And what was in that letter? And do I still have the letter?
You do not have the letter because it's actually burned up as soon as you were finished reading it.
Okay.
Yes. You would have met Sister Gariel. in Neverwinter. She would have explained the situation in Phandalin, and she had basically told you that she was fleeing at the time that she sent that letter, and that she was worried that if it got into the wrong hands, it could cause problems. Because it also contained descriptions of the party that went missing and some of the information that the party had told her about the situation.
Okay, so I know a little bit about the missing party then.
Yes, you know basically all their names, you know what they look like relatively, and you also are familiar enough with the understanding of there is something odd about this party that Sister Gariel caught on to, but she doesn't know to the extent of what impact that will have on the current situation.
One more question.
Mm-hmm.
How does Monkman, TimBukTu, and I, do we know about the Gundren brothers or about like Wave Echo Cave or anything?
You know that whatever this mess is happening is Sildar has basically told you that whatever this mess is happening was started by the Gundren brothers seeking something out.
Okay. Interesting.
Or presumably. I mean, you know that basically as soon as the Gundren brothers went to do whatever they were doing, things started to go awry.
Okay. Interesting. What is my and Monkman's relationship to Sildar?
You basically your enclave sent you as they are friends with the Lord's Alliance, and they sent you to help Sildar in his quest.
Okay. You have any questions, TimBukTu? I've really been painting out the world here.
Well, I'm just wondering. So, was I at Neverwinter when I met with Sister?
Yes.
Okay, so I was already there. I got it. And then, am I supposed to know any of, like, other than protecting her? Is there any? Do I have like any side quest? Anything that, or will that like reveal itself if I do?
There is something, but I will send it to you in a DM.
Oh, got it. Okay. And then I'm assuming I probably would know as much details as Sister, right? Since
Yes, you would essentially know pretty much the same amount of information that Sister does. Minus the fact you will not know that the party has something off about them that Sister Gariel mentioned, because Sister Gariel would not have told you that.
Okay. Copy. That's it for me.
Cool. Alright. Olivia, Rhogar. You remember very little. The last thing you guys really remember is basically you were in a prison of some sort. There was a man shrouded in black cloak speaking to you. He asked you questions of where you were, why you were there. They were beating you, torturing you, trying to get whatever information they could out of you. Rhogar and Olivia, you would not have really given anything away, to be honest, based on who you are as individuals, I would say. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think your characters would have caved after 2 weeks of torture?
No.
My torture is done.
We'll get that in a second. I'm just curious if, after 2 weeks, would you cave?
Missing fingers and fingernails.
Oh god. It's wonderful.
Rhogar.
I'm chilling.
Cool.
Killing
Sweet.
after torture.
Alright, well, we start here. Olivia and Rhogar, you wake to the hearing of fighting outside, clanging swords reverberating outside of the wagon you were in. You hear men yelling, you hear the thump of arrows into the side of the wagon. You hear what sounds like steel on steel. As you wake up and you look around you, all you see that you're basically chained up, both your legs and your arms, and you sit kind of like each other are slumped against either side of this wagon. You continue to hear muffled screams as what appears to be deaths are occurring outside your caravan. One arrow pierces through the caravan's side and slams into the seat that is directly next to you, Olivia. Then, silence. You hear the moving of chainmail as someone or something approaches the wagon from behind. Do you do anything?
I pretend to still be unconscious.
Okay. Rhogar?
I am laying and resting.
Alright. As you hear this chainmail approach the back of the wagon, you'll hear the curtains kind of rip open, and you'll hear a familiar voice. Ah, I found you finally. We thought you dead. Well, at least we have additional companions with us, and TimBukTu, Sister Yuvine, you will be with Sildar, having just slaughtered this orc detachment. You will notice that Olivia and Rhogar are both slumped off, apparently asleep. And Sildar will kind of like look at you both, and he'll address you and be like, I assume you may know who these people are, but, well, this is some of the friends that saved me in a time of need. I am happy I was able to see them. And as you guys look over into the wagon, you will notice a few things are odd. First, Rhogar appears to have a black collar, mail, something of the sort, put around his neck, and Olivia will have what appears to be a jagged-edged obsidian blade still sticking out of her arm. Sildar will look into the room again and say, Olivia, Rhogar, are you guys okay? Hello? And he'll move to shake you both, and he'll start shaking you. Do you guys react?
I'd be like, ow, stop shaking me. I'm in pain. Can't you not see this blade stuck on me? You little shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can my friends help you out?
No, I don't think I need help.
That sounds like a feisty one you got in there, Sildar.
Yeah, she does happen to have her moments, and I can imagine being in a prison or whatever they were in for 2 weeks did not help her temper or Rhogar's. Olivia, two things to note. You're going to be feeling odd, not necessarily pain, kind of a numbness in your arm where the dagger is protruding. And Rhogar, you won't really feel different, but you will notice whatever this thing is around your neck appears to be kind of like in your scales, which is a little weird.
Is it making me more powerful?
It doesn't seem to appear to have any effect currently.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna look over Olivia and Rhogar. I assume you would have like looked outside of the. You would have looked at Solar at this point.
Mhm.
Cool. TimBukTu, Sister Yuvine, please explain what you look like to the rest of the party.
Sister, you first.
You first.
Oh, me? Okay. Well, I am a very slim gentleman with long, elegant hair, probably going down to my shoulders. I'm light-skinned with blue eyes, and I guess some may say that I have this sort of look, this intimidating look when you first see me, but I'm very respectable and friendly. What I'm wearing, just a robe, nothing underneath. But this robe, somehow, it stays on me this whole entire time, no matter what you try to do. Sister, go ahead.
I am a tan human, brown hair, around middling 30s, kind of not overly seeming unassuming, kind of shrouded in these dark gray nuns' robes, grayish, dark. I have a hood, so it's like, my face is not obscured, but you can only see like my front of my visage. I stand 6 feet, so I'm pretty tall, and I'm not gaunt, but I'm thin, long and thin, and I kind of have a face that's inscrutable at the moment.
Cool. Yeah, Sildar will motion at you both and say, "Can you help them out?"
And I look at Sister. Shall we?
I say nothing and move towards Olivia and, ask.
May I undo your bonds?
Do you all need help in there? It looks like you both need help.
Want food,
Don't touch me.
please? Give me food.
Sildar, do we have any food?
We have food, yes. Give me a second. Sildar will start walking off towards the other group of mercenaries that was with you guys.
Do you need any water?
Yes.
It's a water skin, a long water skin. It's too long to be a water skin, but I produce a water skin, hand it slowly, gently over.
So what happened to you guys? What's the story?
I valiantly fought to save all my friends, but we were defeated.
Yeah. That seems rough.
It wasn't cool.
Who were your other friends?
Half-breed elf, a small child,
Child, you
and
say?
an orc.
Wait, half-breed elf. What was his name? Or her name?
It's really not important. I don't even remember anymore.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh my.
I knew an elf. I guess
Did
that
you?
I did.
You look like a mutt.
Oh my. Interesting perspective.
Are your ears pointing?
My ears are pointy.
Alright.
Well, I'm sorry about your friends.
You said there was a small child.
Yes.
Why were you with a child?
She was a friend of a friend. She came along for the journey. I don't think she was really a child. I think she was from another dimension or something.
Oh.
Another dimension.
She was a very powerful child and kept telling me she wasn't a child, but she clearly looked like a child.
I see. And this orc, what? Well, why were you together?
We were looking for our friend, and we heard he might be in this cave, or around a cave, this castle. So we tried to clear out the castle, and it did not go well.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you have water?
Yes.
I take the water skin from Olivia's clutches and give it to Rhogar. Somehow wrenching it with no force, just somehow wrenching it with no muscle, just to Rhogar.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Have you not had your fill?
I don't remember much. I just remember we were being tortured for days on end. I don't even know what day it is.
What day is it?
What happened to your friends?
They're gone.
They're in a better place.
Sorry.
I think so.
Better place than us.
I'll lower my head in prayer.
I do the same, fallen sister.
Who are you praying to?
Oh, go ahead.
Who are you praying to?
Praying for their safe passage. Safe passage. The afterlife. I'm sorry for their untimely demise, particularly of the child.
Well, sister, that one said it really wasn't a child. Just to. make you
Perhaps
feel
a
little
demon.
better.
I don't know.
Well, there's still work that has to be done in Phandalin. I've heard very horrific stories.
Yeah, and as you say this, Sildar will be coming back with the food, and he'll be like, "Well, I see you've made yourself acquainted, and wow, you both look worse for wear. Are you sure you remember nothing that happened while you were wherever you were? Where were you? What happened?"
They kept trying to ask us questions.
Can we not right now?
Yes, sorry.
I think we're almost dead.
Yeah, my bad. My questions can come later once we make camp. Here, let me help you with those. And you'll see Sildar take his sword and just slash both of the chains off of both of you, and he'll look at TimBukTu and Sister Yuvine and be like, "Can you please help them out? We should get going. I don't know if there's going to be more orcs coming or not."
Sure. Let's hand
I offer my hand to Olivia.
grabs
and
Olivia by the ankle.
I again wrest the water skin from Rhogar's clutches and give it in my hand back to Olivia. And outstretch my other hand, both hands out.
And I take the water and start gulping it like crazy.
I leave my other hand out. Just waiting for the hand to come up.
Can we drag him?
Just carry me.
I withdraw my hand.
Alright, I will carry Olivia. Take Olivia by the ankle and throws her outside
Jesus Christ.
on the ground with a wagon.
I kick TimBukTu
It's
off
one
his back
bludgeoning
and be
damage.
like, "Bitch, carry me, bitch."
Sorry, I don't carry those who have a dagger protruding from their side.
I just take it off. Take it
Uh,
off.
I don't know if that'd be safe.
Sildar, do we have any healers among us?
Did you ask Sildar that?
Yeah.
Yes, one second. And you hear him start yelling at some of the other mercenaries in a language none of you seem to understand. And one of the mercenaries runs over. Appears to be a herringon. If you would know what that is.
What?
Yeah.
A herringbone?
Herringon. Herringon.
Herring like is gone.
Herringon. Here, I'll put it in here. It looks like a bunny, but a big bunny.
Okay.
Big bunny man. Sick.
A big bunny has like armor all over him, and you'll see that there is a necklace that comes down to his chest, and immediately what Olivia would recognize as being the seal of her god. And this herringon walks over. He's like, "Oh, cheerio! Yeah, I can help." And he says this in common because he's trying to make sure that you guys understand when Sildar obviously was not being as conscientious. Yeah, he'll jump over and be like, "Oh, here you go. Let me take a look at that." And yeah, he'll kind of like gently like move Olivia up slightly so you can like look at the wound. And as he's doing this, you'll notice his symbol, the necklace that he's wearing, starts to glow.
I say, oh good, you brought food.
Who do you say this to?
When I see the rabbit.
The herringon will like look over and kind of like stare you down for a second, and he'll just be like, "Well, I hope you didn't mean me, champ. Because I'm not quite the food that you're looking for." And then he'll out of the back of his he'll stick a hand in his pack and he'll like throw a piece of bread at you and be like, "There you go, champ. Some food for you. I know you probably lack a little common sense from your adventures here, so might as well help you."
Thank you.
Anytime.
Do I recognize this necklace?
You definitely recognize this necklace. You will recognize the necklace, but you just recognize it as being a sign of your god, not necessarily that you recognize the necklace for what it is.
Okay. Okay.
So wait, who's this rabbit guy again?
The healer.
Oh, the healer in the group. Okay.
Did he finally heal me?
Yeah, he will. He'll continue looking at you, and you'll see the necklace glowing. And then all of a sudden, he'll jump back away from you and be like, "That is something I've never seen before. That is." And you can very clearly tell him that he's scared in some type of way. And he'll be like,
What's he scared by? I'm sorry, can I try and figure out what he's scared by? I'm confused.
the knife that's still embedded in Olivia's shoulder.
Yeah.
Obsidian knife.
Yeah, he'll be like, that is something I've never seen before. That That might require more healing than I am able to do.
Damn. Okay. Who can I go to? Do you know anyone? I don't want this anymore on me.
Well,
Can I
dude,
detect whether or not that he's telling the truth about not seeing this before?
sure, yeah. You can roll an insight for me.
All knowing.
Yeah, you know nothing. You just assume that he's telling the truth.
Sick.
Because, like, why would the healer that's a mercenary who's a Harengon to not tell the truth?
It's me.
Yeah. Yeah, the Harengon is gonna, like, look over and be like, well, there's someone, but, he's a druid who lives in the woods, but be careful what you wish for. I've heard people have gone there and not come back. Especially now.
Does Rhogar still have his black collar around on his neck?
Yes, he does.
Do you want to take a look at that too? The group?
Are you guys looking at me?
You're looking like an emo 2005.
That would.
Can we get the rapid dude to look at the collar? See if there's anything on it?
Yeah, you can ask him.
The rapid man. Can we check this guy out real quick? Got a black collar on his neck.
Oh,
What makes
well,
this-
well, I'm not sure that's, something I would like to do, exactly. Considering your other friend has something I've never seen before, I'm sure that's gonna be something I've never seen before either. So, best leave it be, you know? For someone else who might be better than I.
Are we gonna die?
For someone else, is this someone else the druid in the woods? Maybe you might be able to help both, or just Olivia here?
Well, if the druid knows about that, then I'm sure he would know about that as well.
Looks to sister. I guess we gotta go find the druid, but don't we have to beat orcs? Is that Sildar? We gotta go ask him first.
Sildar would be there, and he will look over and be like, yes, the situation is grim in Phandalin. I think we should head there first and see what's happened to Phandalin in our absence. Well, not our absence, but in the party's absence. I am so sorry for your friend's losses. And he'll look over at Olivia and Rhogar. I wish their souls the best, and that, well, something worse than death has not become of them.
Worse than death.
What's worse than death? What
I
the
hope
heck?
they're dead too.
Oh,
Well, that's a grim way to look at things, I guess. Anyways, yes, should we head to make camp? We are still a day and a half ride from Phandalin, and I am keen to get there soon.
Yes. Let's be on our way.
Did
Do you
anybody
think- I mean,
I'm thinking about, like, why not head to the druid to help out Olivia first? I mean, like, not that I have real ties to Olivia, but it looks kind of painful. So I would take pause.
Sure, so you just like pause and just kind of thinking.
Yeah. I'm like, I have like an inscrutable look on my face, kind of looking at Sildar, like, questioningly, like searching.
Sister, what is on your mind? It seems like you have something pondering.
I can't help but think that Phandalin would be the wrong place for two hurt and tortured people. Hurt and tortured souls. Perhaps the druid would be better for the one with the dagger.
That is fair. She looks like she does need a bit of healing, and it would do us great benefits to have that thing removed. What do you think about this, Hildar? You think we can split from the group? Meet you back at Phandalin?
Yes, I mean, as much as I would like to help you both, Phandalin is also in need, and that is where I've been sent. Well, if you two feel so inclined to help these two, I suppose we could go without two less in our party.
Well, our goal was to take care of the orcs, and they are dealt with. What else do you have in mind, Sildar?
Well, the Lord's Alliance also didn't just send me to take care of the orcs, but also to take care of the orcs and then head to Phandalin to discover what has happened there in our absence.
Far as this druid, Parangon.
Well, the druid you're looking for is named Radolf. He's an interesting one. Weird, but I've heard he hangs out near the ruins of a town called Thunder Tree, just west of Neverwinter Wood. They are about 50 miles northwest of Phandalin, from what I know, and I can give you directions if that would help.
You don't think there's anyone in Neverwinter who could better aid or Olivia? 50 miles northwest of Neverwinter is out of our way.
Oh, not northwest of Neverwinter. Northwest of Phandalin.
Ah, I see.
And Sidar would be like, wait, I do believe I have a map here. And he will pull out a map.
Poggers? Map quest? Poggers?
Does he got like a digital device for like GPS or something? Why you gotta give us a map?
Is the ring supposed to be on this?
What?
Are the rings supposed to be on this?
Sorry, the what?
Are the ruins supposed to be on the map, or just a map?
Oh, no, give me 1 second. I'm working on that right now.
Oh boy.
Oops. Yeah, and so you'll see the Harengon kind of trace his finger on the map and point to a location that appears to be actually just east of Neverwinter, up the river. Well, this will be where you find Radolf.
I say nothing.
It should be on the map.
I see black.
Oh, I say nothing. I see it, but I say nothing.
I
It's
don't
like-
see
it's
it.
like-
Oh, I see it.
You might have to scroll up a little bit.
I see it now. So we need to go to Thunder Tree, is what you're telling us.
Well, you can either help us handle whatever's happening in Phandalin, or if you want to save your friends here, that is the best place to go, is to find Radolf.
Well, I'm following sister. We're going to Thunder Tree? Question mark.
Something tells me these two may not make it on their own in the current state. As much as I only just met them both, I fear they've befallen a terrible fate.
Very honorable of you. Okay. Then let us go to Thunder Tree and treat them. Find this, what's his name? Randolph.
Radolf. Here.
Randolph.
Spell like this.
Kratos. Oh.
Well, Sildar will speak. Well, if you guys are heading to Thunder Tree, feel free to take whatever provisions you may need. And also, the handgun will do what he can to heal your friends. But, obviously, some things can't be healed, I guess.
Like a broken heart.
And with that, he will kind of like walk back towards the other mercenaries. Obviously, probably trying to go get additional provisions for you guys.
Do we have any potions?
But not currently.
No. Are there any potions with this group of mercenaries that I may ask for?
Yeah, you go ask.
Alright. I go to Sildar. Oh, I just shout to Sildar. I say, Sildar, hey, you got any potions with you? We're gonna need some for this journey.
He will look at you, and seem to be in thought for a second. I guess
Possibly
since
just a or two.
since there's not much I can help you with, and well, those two did save my life at one point. The least I could do is help you on your quest. And again, he'll speak in a language that neither one of you understand to all the other mercenaries. And you'll see one of the mercenaries walk up, and the mercenary's very small. He's a dwarven man, probably about 3 foot tall. But then all of a sudden, you just see him like unravel his coat, and you just see there's just potions everywhere. Like his entire coat, underside of his coat, is just filled with potions.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'll just take that coat from you.
And he'll walk up and be like, "Hi, friends! I see you need some potions, right?" And he'll grab some potions out of his coat, and he'll like toss you a green one and toss you a red one, and then he'll toss another green one and another red one to assist you in it, and be like, "That should be good enough." And he'll close his cloak and be like, "Well, I hope you have a good time on your journey." And he'll heft his axe back on his shoulder and bumble backwards towards the rest of the mercenaries.
Hold on.
What do they do?
Exactly. Good question, sister. This guy was about to leave.
Oh, right. You must not know what they do. I assumed since you were a monk and, well, of religious practice, you would understand what they are. But you know, that's totally fine. You would recognize that the red ones are definitely healing potions, and then the green ones you would not know.
Okay.
What is this green one?
Oh, well, those are, you just want to use those in the right circumstances, you know what I mean? And he'll kind of, like, put his hands up to his chest and, like, you know, like, when, with both elbows out, like, strutting about like he's, all jolly.
I can't help but not know what you mean.
Oh, well, okay, so you throw those ones at the baddies, and they disintegrate, you know what I mean? It's a good time, yes. And he'll kind of like walk over to one of the dead orcs that you had seen him throw stuff at earlier, and he'll kind of drag the body over and he'll be like, "You see this one?" And you'll see it's just like half of the orc is melted from acid. This is what it does.
Got it. Okay, so don't drink it.
Oh, indeed, yeah, that would be a bad idea. And yeah, he'll just kind of saunter back towards the mercenaries again.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Now we are ready, sister. Rhogar and Olivia, are you able to walk at least?
I think so.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna need an arm around.
Okay, I will carry you.
Olivia, you will feel numbness in your arm, like your left arm where the dagger is, but your
Yeah.
legs seem to be fine. You could probably walk.
Okay,
If you'd
then
like.
I can walk.
Rhogar, you feel completely normal. There's whatever is on your neck, it doesn't seem to be having any effect. And by the way, you both are back up at full health now. The Harengon has cast some spells on you, so you're good to go.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. Rabbit.
Oh, well, it's the least I can do. I'm sorry I couldn't get to that weird thing in your shoulder out though. Like I said, never seen it before, so don't want to test fate, you know. And he'll kind of hop backwards.
Mr. Red.
It's alright, you did what you could. At least we know where we're going. Thank you.
Oh, indeed, anytime. And he'll like all of a sudden you'll see he takes this hat out of his bag and puts it back on his head, like he had it on beforehand, but he had taken it off in courtesy or something earlier. Well, anything else you need from me? I don't think so, Sildar. And Sildar will look over him and be like, "No, that's it. Thank you." And yeah, the rabbit will bounce off. Sildar will look at you all and be like, "I'm sorry I'm not able to help more, but Phandalin is kind of the most pressing situation at the moment." Does anybody do anything?
Oh, was that an open queue? I thought you were talking to somebody.
Oh, he was talking to all of you.
Oh. Well, wait, can you say that one more time? Say it one more time. Let me get.
Yeah, he'll look back at you and be like, "Well, I hope there's faith that your friends will be okay." And he'll kind of like repeat what he said earlier and be like, "Anyways, well, if you need anything, let me know. I'm happy to assist in the ways I can. But again, Phandalin is the most pressing issue at the moment."
Yes, we understand. So we will be back on our way. Just hold down the fort, and we'll heal these puppies to brand new. All right, group. We'll be on our way, and then we turn as a unit.
Do you all turn as a unit?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so where you guys are on the map currently, you guys are about here, just off of the high road, if you can see these pings.
Oh.
You cannot?
Oh.
Okay, one sec. You see that? Nope. One sec. You guys are right here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, I see it.
So, if you were to head to Thunder Tree as the Raven flies, which means off of the high road, it'll take you about a day and a half, 2 days. If you do it through the high road, through Neverwinter, and go up the river, it's going to take you about 4 days.
Hmm. You know, I've always loved the view, sister.
Pray tell, what do you mean?
Well, if we take by the river, you know, I think we'll have some sort of view along the way.
Okay.
Shall we take the river bath?
Interestingly enough, Rhogar, you will know that you have traveled up the river before on some of your adventures. You will know that there is some dangers to be expected on that river. Mostly bullywogs, which are like frog-like creatures,
Bullywogs.
that populate the river itself, heading up to that way. You also know that there were ruins, but you never actually explored the ruins. So you do know that Thunder Tree exists, but you don't know what's there or anything else. What's the plan, Stans? Where you going? What you doing?
Well, there's our two counterparts. Would they like to notify us of anything before we go down this river of good health?
I don't know this area. What about you, Rhogar?
I think we should be careful.
All right. Well.
Very specific,
Sister.
Rhogar. Great adding conversation into the group.
I'm half dead. I
Well,
barely
you're
know
full
where I
health
am.
now. You're half
You
your full
just-
health now.
He just healed
have,
you.
we have-
Oh, yeah.
You're no longer useless.
You're just emo.
You're just emo.
I'm depressed. I've seen things. You don't know what I've seen.
I really don't want to know what you're seeing with that color.
You don't want to know how I survived.
Yeah,
Oh, sussy.
that collar says it all, buddy.
Jesus.
I like how nobody's even trying to like investigate the color to see what it is,
I
or
literally
like
thought this.
subtle
It's not
DM
my
It
hints.
gives me powers.
Subtle
Looks like it
DM
has some
hints.
white stains on it.
It's not my business. I'm just, you know. I'm not a healer. Wink,
Respectfully.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Kind of smells a little
Respectfully.
bit. I don't want to get next to it.
Respectfully, I don't abundantly care about his fashion sense. Maybe Olivia would care.
I don't know
Olivia
why I didn't get
also
that,
has her
and I got
own
the blade.
problems.
Why didn't I get that one? I get the blade.
Olivia, you would have also noticed that the Harengon did not make any attempt to touch the blade.
Okay.
As a healer, you would have thought that weird when assessing a wound.
Okay.
What's wrong with the blade?
Do I know anything about it? At all, at least?
Roll me.
I'm curious about the blade too.
Which is
roll
also
me,
why I didn't touch it, I guess.
roll me a perception check. This would have been perception when you were not remembering things. Yeah, Worthy. Yeah, you will remember that this blade was stabbed into you while you were laid out flat, horizontally on top of something. You will also remember that there was a shroud of darkness apparently above you when you saw this, and it seemed that the room was absence of the majority of light, but your eyes had adapted enough to see what appeared to be red eyes as the blade was dug into your skin. You also
Jesus
remember
Christ.
that the feeling of the blade was cold. It didn't feel like it actually hurt. It just felt like a cold thing had stabbed into your left shoulder.
Jesus.
Well, I don't want to
Billy's
talk
been,
about it.
yeah, Billy's been listening to a lot of true crime lately in preparation.
Pretty dark there, but
I've seen things.
I've seen things, exactly.
It is
Mr.
not.
Dog on a leash over here. I mean,
What's up?
I wouldn't abundantly care about the collar. Like, I don't think I'd be like overly investigative, but I do want to get like help for you two. You know, that's like my prerogative, but no one else cares to ask about the collar because I certainly don't.
Does anybody want to try and take it off?
I'll touch it. I'll
Touch
touch
it.
it.
Touch it.
Touch it.
Oh, you're gonna touch it?
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna poke
Do
at
it.
it first.
Just
You're not gonna
just poke
ask
it?
him if it's cool to touch it. You're just gonna like,
Rhogar, can I touch your chains?
what
Do it.
the fuck?
Okay.
What is wrong with you?
Roll
Do it. Someone has to touch it.
Roll a touch check.
roll an investigation check, please.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
Right off the bat, nothing stands out when you touch it. You feel it slightly shudder underneath your fingertips, but nothing in particular that stands out to you as a character.
Can I pull on it now? I want to grab it and pull on it. See if I can rip it off his neck or something.
So it's actually like ingrained in his like
Oh.
it's like ingrained, like it looks like a black line
tattoo.
going across his scales, but it's
Okay,
like
it's a black-
it's clearly different than his scales.
Does
Interesting.
it look similar to the dagger?
Yes, they both appear to be made of the pommel of the dagger that is inside of Olivia and the collar both appear to be made of the same material.
Does that collar hurt?
Was that towards me?
No,
Toward
it's towards
Rhogar.
Rhogar.
Oh.
What did he say? She say?
Does your collar
collar hurt?
No. No, I feel good.
Is it something you normally wear?
No, I'm not sure where it came from, but for some reason it does not hurt.
You're gonna keep it on?
I don't know. Does it look good on me?
It looks like it's digging into you, so it looks like the dagger.
Yeah, I'd like it off me, but if you could figure out how to do that, I'd appreciate it.
Not a healer.
I don't think I need a healer to pull off a metal ring from my neck.
You look much more capable.
Are you gonna touch it? Are
No,
you afraid of it?
I'm good. Is that an invitation? Are you soliciting me?
I am soliciting.
Touching men is a sin.
I'm not a man, I'm a dragonborn.
That's the same thing.
You're a male dragonborn, not a female.
But I'm a dragonborn, not a man.
Fair. Yeah, while you guys are doing this, you'll hear like the movement about around you, and then Sildar will say, "Well, bye, friends. We must head off to make camp. You're free to join us tonight if you'd like. Otherwise, good luck on your travels."
What time is it?
It's evening time. You guys marched all the way from Neverwinter. We're camping on the high road and left in the early morning to hit this caravan. But it took you most of the day to get there.
Camp with the rest of the party, the company. Maybe there's something that you can learn from them, or vice versa, about this Phandalin business.
Yeah, let's camp with them. I'd probably feel a little bit more safer.
Sister, I'm with you. All the way. Infinity.
They're very kind.
So, are you coming with us, or?
To camp.
Yes, to camp.
Yes. To camp, and then we'll set.
Okay.
We'll our destination afterwards.
This sounds good. And he'll again speak in a language you don't understand. And then he'll say, "Come on, let's head off." And he'll start leading you guys up the cliffside that you guys had come down from to attack the basically like this caravan of orcs.
Starts leading us up a cliffside.
Yeah, there's like a small path leading down.
Okay.
Yeah.
He drags you up a cliff. No.
No. So he leads you guys up the cliffside, and you guys he'll kind of like lead towards this glade that you guys would have had seen earlier, but it seems pretty protected. Sildar is very good at obviously knowing these things, right? He seems very capable in this aspect. So he leads you to this kind of like enclosed glade that has a bunch of rocks on either side. And kind of like starts yelling in that other language at all these other mercenaries. They all start going about. Some of them start heading into the woods, and some of them start setting up their camp.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh.
What?
I don't know. Cool. So what is everybody doing at the camp?
I'm slowly, not slowly, actually. Is there a fire? I'm assuming there's like a camp.
Yeah, they're in the process of building it, but there's definitely going to be a fire.
Okay. Well, I will tell Sister and the rest of the groups that I will just be over there helping them make the fire and kind of talking with them a little bit.
Cool. Well enough. What about the rest of you?
It's like sitting on a rock. Just head bowed slightly. Blank look.
Meditating?
I don't know. Meditating, but just blank.
Cool. Olivia, Rhogar, what are you guys up to?
I'm resting.
I'm gonna ask her, do you remember anything?
Oh. And I say, and like, the story of the red eye and the blade flashes in my mind. And I'll be like, I don't know if I can talk about it.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun.
And I ask you the same question.
Say I don't remember much. Kind of wondering how we ended up here.
Rhogar, roll a perception check for me.
Will do. That means she's lying to me. Why did it just show myself? They're both 20, I exited it out for some reason. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Perception.
Yeah, you're pretty blank on the subject. You have pretty much no idea what happened while you were under, besides them interrogating you and asking you questions, and the dark figure.
Wait, do we know
Under
what
the dark
questions they
figure.
tried to ask us?
You know fragments. You'll know that they asked you about your friends. They asked you about Dreamer specifically a lot. You heard his name a lot mentioned a lot. You also know that they asked about like how you got there, who you talked to, etc., etc. Cool. Anything else you guys want to do? Otherwise, we will head into nighttime hours here.
Are there people talking around us about any?
They're still talking. They're just talking in a different language that none of you seem to be
dang.
able to
Okay.
understand. You will see that they are stacking the wood, gathering the fire, setting up the tents. Sildar will have gotten out his sharpening wedge and start sharpening his blade. The Harangon that you had seen earlier will be kind of hopping around, seemingly bothered by something. And then the dwarf that you would have seen, you will see him actually making what appears to be a stew before bed. And then there's various other mercenaries that are doing things, but nothing that would immediately catch anybody's eye unless you were particularly looking for something in specific. Cool. Anybody want to do anything during this time? I'm gonna take that as a no. Yeah, Sildar, it'll come supper time before everybody closes heads for bed. The Harangon will come around, handing out bowls of stew, and he'll walk up to your group and be like, "Well, it's kind of nice to see you here, but not really." And he'll just like put down the poles and then just quickly bounce away. The dwarf will continue to serve out the food, and Sildar will sit kind of close to the fire with the rest of the mercenaries.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion near to where the Harangon has popped away. And I'm going to ask in my voice, but coming from, like, around him. Like,
What's got you bothered?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me look at something.
Let's go! First spell cast.
And what are you casting?
I have to break in my character. Minor illusion. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
create a sound coming from,
Yep.
like, 30 feet away.
Yeah. Yeah. At this.
But it's just gonna be my voice at normal volume, just like next to him, but I'm not there. I'm just
Yeah,
sitting on a
you'll-
rock like 30 feet away.
Yeah, you'll see the Harangon kind of like
Yeah, that's creepy, bro.
jump at once that happens, and then he'll like frantically like look around him, and you'll see his mouth move, and again his necklace will like glow with this energy.
Can
He's
I
not
go
gonna,
get
like,
the rabbit?
Respond to me. He's just gonna like look at me all spooked.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's just looking at you like, what the fuck?
What's wrong?
What have you got to do that for? You could have just asked me. And he
I
like,
sometimes throw my voice.
well, if that's what you call throwing your voice,
not-
you should do it
I'm
less
not
often.
very loud, so I have to throw my voice sometimes.
From
I'm
30
sorry,
feet away.
scary.
From 30 feet away.
I'm not very loud. Sometimes I need some help.
That was very scary. Well, you could do something else other than that, you know?
No response. My face betrays no emotion.
Well, I am just a little freaked out by your friend, that is all.
But they're not really my friends. I just pity them.
Well,
What do you mean freaked out? Which one? The dragon or the elf woman?
those
What's
things
got
on
you
them are
both?
dark. Those things on them are dark.
In what way are they dark? Not everything dark is worth fearing.
I can sense darkness, and I can sense evil, and those two objects are evil.
I see. No indication of what they might be or are from. You just sense they're evil.
Whatever it was that came to your friends, I am sure is what is causing all the pain in this valley.
Interesting. Would you suggest that we don't get involved with these two? I pity them for their conundrum, but
Well,
I do not openly welcome in the darkness all the time.
I don't know. I just know I faced darkness before and I don't want to face it again. I will face the darkness that I can face, and that is these ruffians in Phandalin. But whatever that is not something I wish to face.
I see. Well, thank you for being open with me. I
Well-
saw your recoil at seeing them, so I wanted to inquire further.
Well, if... Never mind. and he'll kind of like grumble underneath his breath, and then start bouncing off.
Let's go. None time.
Cool. Anybody else doing anything else while this is happening?
Can I go up to the rabbit?
You go up to the rabbit after he leaves, yeah?
Okay. So I go up to him. And then I ask him,
Yeah, go ahead.
hey, where'd you get that necklace?
Well, well, it is the god I worship, after all.
Yeah. I kind of noticed it. How come I've never met you before?
Well, us Herangans are not really from here. I have traveled across much of the world, and just ended up in Neverwinter, and heard about what was going on, and, well, Sildar found me, of course. He always finds me. That man. I owed him a favor. Well, I owed the Lord's Alliance a favor, so I'm here.
Lords of Alliance? What is
The
that?
Lord's Alliance. Some say they are a secret society of some sort. I just think they're a bunch of lords trying to own the world in the way they wish to own the world.
Do you know anything else about them?
Well, I can tell you there's more lords. And, well, there's more lords and Sildar's a part of them. But besides that, they keep their ambitions and decisions close at heart.
I don't think he's mentioned that he's a part of Lords of Alliance. It's something I learned about him now.
Well, what I can say is Sildar has always done me right, and the Lords of Alliance has never done me wrong. In fact, that is why I owe them. They saved my children.
Okay. Okay. I trust you on that.
Indeed, well, will that be all? Not
Yeah.
that I don't like your presence or anything, I just need, good sleep time, you know?
Okay. Well, have a good night.
Sure, yeah.
Sleep time.
And he'll jump off towards the tent. Anything else anybody else would like to do? Cool. Yeah, are you guys just going to sleep, or what's the plan?
I don't sleep, I meditate.
Cool.
Again? Again?
Again? There's no again. What do you mean again?
Just like fucking meditate. Dreamer last time? You're just like, what do you got against sleep?
I don't sleep. Owls don't sleep. We don't need sleep. We just need to meditate. That will be fine. Sleep is for the weak.
Is this true, Billy?
Depends on the elf, but potentially.
Interesting.
Yeah, so somebody will, Sildar will walk up and be like, we set up 2 tents for you guys over there, and I'll point to 2 tents right next to each other, kind of like the edge of the camp. Obviously the least protected portion. Feel free to make yourselves at home. We'll have some sentries out at night, so no need to worry about guarding anything. We can take care of it.
Beyond sentry. I'm happy to be on watch part of the night. But who else would be on watch?
Well, Joro will be on watch, and he'll kind of nod towards the dwarven fella. Joro will be on watch for most of the night, and then Zhong, and he'll motion at Zhong, which is a big, what appears to be, you would recognize as a minotaur, maybe, is standing there with his giant double-bladed axe, kind of hefted over his shoulder.
I see. I will happily keep watch with them.
All night? You're not gonna sleep?
Oh, I'll overlap the middle of their watches.
Well, that's understandable, I guess. Alrighty. Well, I am going to head off. It's been a long day for most of us, and you two included, and I imagine you two as well, as he nods towards Olivia and Rhogar. Anyways, I'll take my leave. If you don't need anything else, you know where my tent is, and he'll like nod towards the center tent in the kind of like middle that's surrounded by the other tents. Kind of like in the most protected position in the camp. If you need me, I'll be over there. But besides that, yeah, Jaro and John will be able to help you if you need anything.
Whisper under my breath.
I'm gonna assume he doesn't hear that because he doesn't care.
There's no way he hears that. There's no way.
Cool. Yeah, so he'll kind of like walk back to his tent, open it, and kind of go in. Jaro is the first one. You'll kind of see him heft up like he did earlier with both thumbs on either side of his cloak at the very top at like the hem. And he'll just kind of like saunter over and just kind of like stand at the opening to the camp. Be like, well, don't you worry. I got everything here. Have a good night, friends. And he'll kind of like bow his head.
I'll just go back to I'll just continue sitting on my rock, and I'm going to close my eyes but listen for my watch.
You and rocks. Okay. I will go to
Entirely unrelated.
I'm sure of it.
I swear to you.
I'm sure of it. Just like my meditation.
Here's the
Look
rock
at
and here's the meditation.
Yeah, no relation.
Okay, I will.
Jesus Christ.
Can I post up in a tent? Right? You got 2 tents for us.
Yep, there's 2 tents.
All right, I'll post up in a tent to meditate.
Sure. Olivia?
Yeah, I go into a tent and go sleep.
Dope. Rhogar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you just go into a tent?
I'll go into my tent.
Cool. Let me check something here. Dope. Cool. First half of the watch goes by. Second half of the watch, Jaro will notice you still sitting on the rock. And before he goes to sleep, he will walk over and gently tap you and be like, "Don't you wish to go to sleep?"
Oh, yes, that's probably wise.
I mean, it's
I'll just continue to sit on the rock, but then, slowly get up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go get your John. I'll be back in a sec. And he'll walk over and go into a tent. Oh, we're getting feedback from you, Will. He'll walk back over to the tent, and out comes Shanshan, carrying his double-wielded axe, and just kind of like walks up and sticks it in the ground and just stands there quietly. Only you would know this, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna just slowly walk over to TimBukTu's tent. Go to sleep.
Cool. Yeah. Olivia and Rhogar. Oh, the dreams of terror that you shall have. Olivia.
Awesome.
While you were sleeping,
Okay.
you find yourself in a fog. A black fog. Around you, there's a dead tree. And sitting in that tree is a crow. The crow speaks to you. It says, "Well now, how do you find yourself here?"
I look at the crow in my dream, and then I say, "What do you mean? How did I get here? Or how I'm feeling? Like what?"
Well, how did you find yourself here?
I don't know.
You do know where you are, don't you?
And I look around. Do I actually know any?
Yeah, you look around, you'll see what appears to be an endless lake around you. One that you're standing on, by the way. You're standing on water, or what appears to be water, but it doesn't feel like water.
Okay.
And there's just kind of this dark mist that's hovering over the lake, but it seems to expand on endlessly.
Okay. Is this where I can find Dreamer?
Well, who's Dreamer? Dreamer?
He's a half elf like me. A little bit more different, I'd say.
Half elf. Half elf? Well, if you don't know what this place is, I will get in trouble if I say anything. You're not supposed to be here. You're not
What do you mean
supposed
you'll
to
get in
be here.
trouble?
What?
What do you mean you'll get in trouble?
Well, this place is owned by someone.
Who?
He who shall not be named.
Voldemort? Just kidding. I said it.
Darkness. Only darkness. And I am saying darkness. Olivia, you'll feel a deep pain in your chest where the knife is lodged, and you'll suddenly wake up. Rhogar.
I wake up.
At the same time that this is happening, you too will experience an interesting. You will you wake up in what appears to be clouds, maybe? You're not sure. The clouds have what appears to be like red electric streaks zooming through them all around you. And standing in front of you is, well, what you think is and looks like a shadow of Dreamer.
Interesting. Does it say anything to me?
It just appears to be staring at you.
Say hello.
Hello.
I'd say, you look better than you did when you were alive.
Me? Alive? Oh. I think you're wrong.
Are you dead?
What is alive? Must be dead? At some point.
Does your heart beat?
Does it look like it beats? And as he says this, you'll see that what you thought was a shadow of, or looked like Dreamer, starts to shift. And a part of it disconnects for a second and relodges itself back into the shadow.
Interesting, interesting.
Do I remind you of someone?
I'd say, yeah, but he was much better looking.
And with that,
Who
you'll
are you?
hear a deep laugh. If you can imagine, like, some deep ancestral laugh comes out of this creature's mouth. And it just kind of looks at you and is like, 3 down, 2 left, 2 left will be the downfall if they down themselves, as you may guess.
What does that mean?
3 down,
I heard
2 left.
What is your name?
Well, I'm but a just figment of this world, of him.
You're not really here right now, is what you're telling me.
What is here? What is there? What is everywhere?
I walk up and try to push this thing.
Sure. Yeah, so as you walk up and you push this thing, you suddenly feel fire along your neck, where this chain is, or whatever it is, necklace, bracelet, whatever the thing is that's stuck in your neck. You feel flame and you wake up. And both of you actually wake up at the same time, so you'll notice each other wake up as well.
I notice a flame around my neck, is that what you said?
You'll feel what feels like flame around your neck.
Oh, okay.
I wake up panting, and I look over. Wait, are we in the same tent?
Yes, you are.
Okay, okay. I look over to Rhogar.
Does my neck still hurt when I wake up?
Nope. Feels completely normal now.
I'm gonna look over at her and say, try and get this thing off me real quick. See if you can do something.
I come over to Rhogar, and I look at the collar, and then I look back at my dagger. It's like, did something happen to you?
I think there's something wrong with this. I need to get it off me.
Did you have a dream about it?
I had a weird dream. I'll tell you about it later. But right now, let's see if we can get this thing away from me.
I don't think we can. I feel like something bad would happen if we try to do it ourselves.
Um,
Do you want to tell me what happened?
I had a dream. And I saw a dreamer. And he was basically talking smack to me. And thinks that you and I are the next two to maybe die.
What? Are you sure it was a dreamer?
I have no idea. But I think something's after us and it has something to do with this collar.
I agree. I had a dream. I was talking to this crow. And I was in this lake area. But it was to no end. I don't even know. He told me I knew this place. And then I also asked about Dreamer, which is kind of weird. That you saw Dreamer.
What did he say to you? Did you talk?
I asked him if Dreamer's here. He said he couldn't tell me. Because he said he'd get in trouble. And I'm like, what do you mean by trouble? And he said someone owns that place. I don't know who. And then I woke up in such pain from coming from the blade.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about here?
I don't know. I don't know what Dreamer has to do with this. I guess he didn't make it past wherever he is. I don't think. I think we should go back to bed. If we can.
Fine.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you guys go to bed.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you wake up in the morning. Who would wake up first? Since we have 2 new players. Who's very keen on waking up early? I would say Sister Yuvine, but I could be wrong. It would either... Still can't hear you. You go ahead.
Oh, what? Not
Okay.
me.
Oh, sister, you have a deep voice.
Not me.
It'd be me. I'd probably go looking for sister. So I wake up and
There I am on the tent.
she's right
She's
next
sleeping.
to me. So
Yeah.
but I'm awake, so I say, sister, wake up. It is a new day. And I gently just try to move her a little bit.
Good morning.
What did you say, sister?
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Are you well rested and prepared for our journey ahead? Wait, what was
Are
that? sister?
you?
Oh, yes. I'm well rested. Meditated well last night, and we should be on our way. So we can come back and help Slidar.
Slider.
Sildar.
Sorry, whatever his name is.
Oh my god.
Who is Slider?
Slidar. Man's talking about Pokemon
Sorry,
over here, bro.
what's his name again?
It's like an
Sildar.
Egyptian god card
Sildar.
from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah.
What? Yeah.
I still that. There you go. I still that.
Light of the Sky Dragon.
Sorry. It's early in the morning. My brain isn't functioning as well. But as we start to move, the gears in my brain will start to move as with it as well. So let us go wake up our companions, Olivia and Rhogar, shall we?
Cool. Yeah. Who's first out of the tent?
I will be the first one out of the tent.
Cool. Yeah, you walk out of the tent. You look around. All the other tents are gone. The campfire that you thought was there appears to have never been there.
I stand still in confusion, and I look back to Sister, saying, "Where did our party go?"
The tent.
Please come take a look.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I look around. Are there other tents, or is it just our tent?
It's your tent, and Rhogar and Olivia's tent is right next to yours, still. But all the other tents are gone.
I go over to their tent and open the flaps.
Yeah, you'll find Rhogar and Olivia sleeping.
Oh. That's interesting.
Wait, no.
What time? Can we tell what time of day it is?
It's morning.
What were you gonna say, TimBukTu?
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, there's no, like, can we see, what am I trying to say? Like the campfire that was made last night? Or remnants of it?
Doesn't appear to be there. No, doesn't seem like there's any burnt coals. There's no burnt wood. It's gone. Whatever was there is not there. Maybe never was there.
I'm
Can you
weirded
roll
out.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
Sure.
Also roll a perception check.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All you see is exactly how I described. What appears to have been there is no longer there, and there doesn't seem to be any traces of anything existing there, from what you can see.
No footprints, nothing.
Nope.
Is this
I'm gonna
just
wake up. I'm gonna wake up the other two.
okay? Do you want to slap each other first before we wake them up? Maybe it might be one of your illusions.
I don't think it's one of my illusions this
Okay, go ahead and wake them up.
I want to lightly open the tent. Say,
Good morning.
Yeah, Rhogar, Olivia, you guys will definitely wake up to this.
I need you two to come outside.
I look at her and be like, it's not a good morning. I stand up and walk towards the flaps to open them. Look outside.
A flap.
flaps.
You said, I'm just copying you. You said flaps.
Yeah, you open the flaps and you look outside. As you look outside, you will see again what they seem to be seeing as well. But roll me a perception check.
Can I roll a perception?
Damn.
check?
Yeah, when you look outside, you can definitely roll a perception check. Yeah, Olivia, you will also see what they see, which is apparently nothing. The absence of something, essentially.
Like, where's everyone? Why does it look like no one was here?
I was wondering the same thing. You weirded out. You asked me. I couldn't find any footprints, no traces of the campfire, nothing.
Rhogar, you look outside, I'm assuming?
I do.
You roll
Can I roll
perception for me?
perception now?
Yeah.
Nice. Why does mine roll really fast now?
Do not know. Probably because they updated the system or something. Yep, you see what everybody else saw, which is a whole lot of nothing out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does anyone know what might have happened last night? What was everyone up to?
Well, I went to bed after my watch, and that's all.
Did they mention to you anything about leaving early in the morning and packing up everything?
No,
Weird. How about you, Rhogar and Olivia? How was your night?
Rhogar, Olivia.
What?
Dream. TimBukTu was addressing you.
Hello, TimBukTu.
Hi, Rhogar. What did I was wondering if anything odd happened last night to the both of you. I mean,
Why would
maybe,
you say odd?
well, saying that the party isn't here anymore and there's no remnants of the campfire, there's no footprints or no traces of the wagon. Seems oddly weird, huh?
I see how
Well-
you could think that. I may have had a dream.
So did I.
Dreams, you say? Okay. Well, what are these? What happened in your dreams? Do you have any correlation to what might have happened to our mercenaries?
You know, I can't say that, but what
No.
I will say is, I had a dream of a long lost friend.
A long
But I
lost
don't
friend?
think it was my friend. I think it was something else pretending to be him.
No. Weird. Is this long lost friend one of the friends that you lost in your journey here?
I guess he's more a recently lost friend.
Huh. Interesting. What was your friend's name?
Dreamer.
Dreamer.
It
The
sounds
elf.
like I'm making this up. But
No.
it's true.
No, Dreamer the elf. I know him.
He
Yeah.
spoke
You
to me.
do?
Yes, we were both mercenaries back in the day. Also, somewhat related, I think.
Oh, you know him?
I haven't spoken to him in a while, but our families know each other. I know of him, again. He was a very interesting fellow. Some would say has a knack of getting himself into trouble. In this dream of yours, you said someone pretended to be him.
I think it was something else, whether it's a person or an entity,
Interesting.
and they
Did
threatened me.
Did you say they threatened you?
In a sense.
How so?
They implied that 2 more of us would die.
2 more of us. That is interesting. 2 more of us. Were there? I'm assuming there were 2 that were lost just recently, and one of them being Dreamer.
Yes.
It was the kid, right?
No. Dreamer
Yeah.
was. The dreamer was not the child. No.
Oh,
Dreamer was not the child.
Dreamer was the elf, but
Yeah.
there was mention of a child in your group, correct?
Tiny
Yeah.
human, correct.
Tiny human, demon-like, as I remember. From what
It
you
had the
said.
powers of a demon, not quite demon-like.
Ah. Got it. Got it. That
It
is.
was an odd
Hmm.
child demon.
Well, we should
It
be on our
drank quite a bit.
if you say if you say with truth what has happened with your dream and you seeing Dreamer and this threat of yours, we should be careful on our journey. But it still doesn't answer the question of what happened to our party.
Well, I would say. I would say that he told me, well, this not even a person or a shadow, mine was a crow, and he told me that I knew this place. It was like a lake, and in this lake,
A lake, you say, and what was the other thing that you mentioned?
he said that I know this place, and then but I didn't see anything that I really knew about it. And I was standing like in the middle of the lake, but I did not feel anything. It was strange. Very, very strange.
Sounds eerie to me.
Yeah.
It was you and this crow?
Yeah. And he said someone was in charge of that place.
Did he tell you who was in charge of that place?
No. He told me he'd get in trouble. Yeah. But it just seems like I don't know if there's any connection to what happened to everyone, but it definitely has to do with the blade that's on me and Rhogar's collar.
Wait, really? How I don't understand the correlation.
The only correlation I can make, not from your people, from the people in the camp, but all I can say is that I asked about Dreamer in my dream, and he saw, I guess, what looked like Dreamer or something like that. And then at the end, it woke us up with excruciating. Like, I don't feel anything right now, but I woke up with excruciating pain from the blade that was like piercing towards my chest.
Oh.
And he woke up feeling flames on his neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. There seems to be an odd connection between Dreamer and your dagger and his collar. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I would say, yeah. I
Hmm.
would think so.
Sister, you have any thoughts on this? Do you know anything about?
There is one more thing.
Oh, Rhogar, go ahead.
I do remember a dark pair of red eyes.
A dark pair of red eyes.
Yes.
Saw the same thing.
Oh, and both were seen in your dreams.
No,
No.
when we were tortured. I don't
Oh,
remember who did it, but the one thing I do remember was dark red eyes. I don't know if that means anything to you guys.
not
Does
to
that
me.
mean anything to me, Billy?
Yeah, roll me a religion check.
Let's go.
Oh, team? On time? Super done.
Why isn't it showing
Yes,
the roll?
you will know. This all sounds similar to a story you were told.
Good roll, by the way.
There's a story amongst your enclave that speaks of a darkness that will fall upon the land at some point. This darkness is known to take basically the ability, the mental, the mind of people that they infect hostage. You're causing we're getting feedback, by the way, Will. But yeah, this darkness is known to take basically a hold of people's memories and twist them and make them seem something they're not. And you've heard that this thing, whatever it is actually able to break memories to the extent that they appear as a dark mass instead of an actual being. Distorted.
What? So, can you expand on the distorted thing? I don't think I understand. What do you mean it's able to? So it's able to like change memories, so that certain elements of them are fuzzy.
So that it, like, doesn't necessarily appear as they are. You can change memories to whatever they feel fit, to an extent. They can't completely distort a memory, right? Like, they can't take a memory completely away from somebody, and they can't, give somebody memories. But they can change the memory enough to the point where it changes their perception of what actually happened. And then what they may view as, like, a person in their image is no longer a person. It could be a monster, or a darkness, or a dark figure.
Okay.
And you'll know this comes from a text about evil darkness that was hidden away in your enclave for many years. And you only heard of it because, actually, Sister Gariel was looking into it prior to her departing for Phandalin.
Do I know the name of this power?
You do not.
So anticlimactic.
You, again, something that maybe you've heard many two times is the only thing it's referred to as darkness in ancient texts.
Oh boy. Here I go knowing ancient religious texts again.
That's interesting.
There's actually one other thing you would know. One sec.
Yeah.
I just need to check something.
What is the red eye connection? You said the red eyes, like darkness shrouded by red eyes, reminds me of this. But I didn't hear a mention of red eyes. But darkness, certainly.
There is no mention of red eyes in the text from what you know of.
It's the darkness piece.
The thing that you may have a very faint inkling of is that there is mention of a particular deity that reminds you of darkness, but you can't quite remember its name. It's almost as if the name doesn't come to you for some reason.
See.
Like it's like, you know, when you have like a word on the tip of your tongue, but then you just can't remember
Sure.
it. This is the feeling that you're feeling right now.
Are you I'm gonna be a little bit cheeky. Can you go to my character sheet, look at my spells, and then tell me that I don't know the name again? So this will be really interesting if I might actually know the name based off of a spell that I know.
Yeah, you still don't know the name.
Okay, for sure.
This is not that. You will know
Okay.
that. You know that for sure. You know that this is not that.
Okay. Okay. Sick nasty. Anyways.
Well, there are tales of darkness in the old texts, where something referred to as darkness tied to deity that is able to change memory and morph it. I fear that your dreams last night and our lack of party members, I wonder if they're connected. But I am not so wise as to know. But there are dark things in this world that are hard to grasp it. They're to an
Oh, sorry.
extent.
You would also know. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna send you something real quick in roll 20.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Anticipation's killing me.
Yep. Sorry. Just keep going for now.
There's a great evil that twists memories and is shrouded in darkness. It's something that my colleague, Sister Carriel, once looked into, but I do not know more. That shroud of darkness and her lack of memories remind me of that text. Sounds like something I would have preferred to not have experienced had I been in your shoes. All I know is that this force in your torture may be documented elsewhere.
Maybe we might find our answers at our next location, huh?
Perhaps our journey must continue.
I think so too. I mean, we have a lot of questions, but we got to keep moving. The day is young. Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Let's get through this druid.
Cool. Yeah. By the way, that is not the name of a god. You would know that. Or a goddess.
What?
Will. Oh, I sent you a DM on Discord.
Hey. I see that. Means nothing to me, but okay.
Yeah, you'll just
We'll
know
discuss later.
It was also mentioned in the text.
Okay.
Yes. Cool. Yeah, you guys
Sure.
are heading out. You're heading to Thunder Tree, or where are you going now?
We are headed to Thunder Tree.
Everybody good with that?
Sounds
Yep.
like the best next destination.
Cool. Yeah, you guys start heading on your way. And Rhogar, you hear yet again the same words. 2, 3 down. And if 2 down, the rest shall fall. 2 up, 3 down. 2 down, the rest shall fall. And that's where we're going to end our session for today.
He's creepy as that.
All right. Cool. Who wants to start stars and wishes today?
I will start. Stars. I enjoyed the incorporation of the new characters. I think we did really well as a group to ask the questions we needed to ask today, and be proactive in them. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that need to be uncovered, but will be uncovered with time. And then, so thank you, Billy, for that. And then wishes. I don't have any wishes, to be honest, at the moment. But if I do, I will bring it up at the end of when everyone has gone. Their stars and wishes.
Cool. Thank you. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Sure.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten interesting about how Dreamer's still around, which is kind of cool. And it's intense, I'd say, like what me and Rhogar have gone through, and I kind of like there's like so much mystery to it with the red eyes and all the stuff stuck on the collar. So I like that. I kind of like where it's like starting off, it's good. And then also the introduction of the characters, new characters. So I'm definitely excited to see this dynamic happen. And then for wishes, I'd say... Well, I don't really have any yet, since it's just getting back out of torture, plus introducing the new characters. I don't expect any fights happening for us yet. I think the next session for sure, journeying to Thunder Tree, but I don't think I have wishes for now. Like, I think it was good transition, I'd say.
Cool. Rhogar or Sister Yuvine?
Next. Yeah, I like the aspects of mystery this time, where it was like a lot was unclear. The party just vanishing is like super interesting. Yeah, like the fact they don't remember a lot of their torture is like also really interesting. I'm digging the mystery. I'm also digging. Obviously, we weren't able to meet, but I'm digging the little break we took, and the fact that it's every other week. I feel like more stoked. I felt a lot more stoked for this, having like not done it for a few weeks, and like ready to like lock in and be totally engaged the whole time. I also spent a lot of time like making this character, and so I'm like very stoked to see how they'll play out and what the dynamic will be, as you kind of said. Yeah, wishes. Good on wishes. I wish I wasn't on Eastern time, because now it's 1 a.m. and I'm further prolonging my jet lag. So, yeah, this was a cool session. This is really cool.
Sweet. Yeah, Adam. Rhogar.
I pretty much, I'd like to echo what Will said. I think this idea of having it a little bit more spaced out does allow you to be a little bit more excited when it does come up. And I mean, it felt less like I was like, oh shit, I got, work I still got to do. It was like, oh no, it's been a couple weeks. I got to make sure I get ready for this. I think everyone did pretty well today. I think it was a different style than it was last time. It was a little bit like creepier, which I think could be fun. I think that brings a new element to it. I think everyone was involved. Yeah, no, I think it was a good time.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed, honestly, taking some time off gave me some time to really think through the campaign, especially with all the big changes. I mean, 2 weeks gone by, plus your party going missing, it's going to change the world in various aspects. So I had to really think about how I wanted to do that, but I'm happy you guys are enjoying it so far. There's a lot more mystery that will obviously occur, but it's cool to see you guys kind of uncover that as things go. Yeah, I don't really have any wishes this week. It was really nice. I think you guys brought some newfound energy into the campaign too, and everybody was pretty here and in present. So, yeah, but cool. Well, we'll close out there. If everybody wants to say goodbye to chat, since we're finally back. We'll be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat. Love you, chat. Hit that follow button and subscribe.
Bye,
Use
chat.
Twitch's new donation feature more. Smile. Donate to charity.
Yeah, and if you don't have money, link your parents' account.
Send your parents' credit card. Smile.
Smile.
Claim fraud for a credit card.
Well, thanks, chat. Thanks for joining us again. Appreciate you all hanging out with us, and hope you all have a great night. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, you know where to find us bi-weekly on Mondays here on Twitch, and we'll be posting these up on YouTube probably every Tuesday. So stick in, stay tuned, and have a good night.
GG's.